everyone. I am Ayush Agarwal. I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Information Technology, ABES Engineering College. Today we are going to discuss or we are going to learn about the Solidity programming. So, in today's lecture, we are going to learn the introduction to Solidity, right? We'll discuss what are the agenda points or what are the objectives of today's lecture. So these are the agenda points for today's lecture. First of all, we are going to learn or we are going to understand what are the prerequisites you have to know about the Solidity programming language, right? Next, we are going to start with the solidity definition, how it works, what is the compilation process of the solidity programming language, how it translate, how it build and develop or deploy onto the Ethereum blockchain for which it was introduced. Next, we'll see different kind or different methods for setting up the solidity using different development environment, and we are going to use remix IDE for our lecture series, right? And last, we're going to see our first solidity program, right? So these are our today's agenda points. So start with the prerequisites. So these are the three main prerequisites required for the solidity programming. So basically, if you want to learn solidity, so you have to know the basic idea of blockchain. So how blockchain works, what are the advantages, what are the limitations. So you have to know what is and how the blockchain works. Second, you have to know about the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum, actually, it is a platform for which Solidity introduced by the developers, right? So this is the basic requirement you have to know before you start the Solidity program. And of course, if you are aware about any programming language like C, C++, Java, so it will be a more benefit to you to understand this programming languages, because this programming language also has same type of components, same type of functions. So we are going to use data types, variables. So if you have prior knowledge to any programming language, so you can easily understand and you can learn fastly, right? So these are the prerequisites required to understand the Solidity program, right? Now, we are going to learn what is actually Solidity is, right? So basically, as we have seen that it is a contract oriented high level programming language for implementing smart contracts on Ethereum blockchain. What does it mean? We'll understand one by one and one word by word. So basically, first word is contract oriented. So basically, Solidity is a language used for implementing smart contracts. That is why it is referred as contract oriented. What is a smart contract? What is Ethereum? What is Ethereum virtual machine? We're going to discuss in our subsequent slides. So basically, we have to understand that this is a programming language used to implement smart contracts on Ethereum blockchain specifically. So basically, this is a language through which we are going to develop our smart contracts and deploy them on the Ethereum blockchain platform. Right now, this is highly influenced by the programming languages like C++, Python, and JavaScript, and has been designed to target the Ethereum virtual machine. So, as I have already told you that we're going to discuss what is contracts or smart contracts, what is Ethereum, and what is Ethereum virtual machine in our subsequent slides. But this programming language, has been designed to target the Ethereum virtual machine, right? Now, Solidity is a statically typed programming language. Now, what does it mean, is statically typed programming language? It means that your variable types are explicitly, declared and are thus determined at the compile time, right? So, this is the programming language. We can say that is a statically typed language, right? Now, with Solidity you can create contracts, as we have already discussed that it is a contract oriented language. So you can create contracts for uses such as you can use on voting, crowdfunding, blind auctions, multi signature wallets. You can use it in lottery type of application. So we have use, or we will use Solidity to create the contracts like we have seen here, right now. We have cover, or we have learned some words like smart contract, Ethereum blockchain, and Ethereum virtual machine. So these are the concepts we have to understand before starting or before starting the Solidity programming language, right? So first of all, we are going to understand what is Ethereum, right? So basically Ethereum, if I'll say, so it is an open source blockchain platform that offers smart contract facilities, because as we know that Ethereum is a programmable, so you can also build and deploy decentralized applications on its network, right? So Ethereum offers smart contract facilities, and the Solidity is a programming language through which we can create contracts and deploy them on the Ethereum platform, right? Now, if we talk about the type of token we are using in in Ethereum, so that will be ethers. Like if you have heard about Bitcoin, so that is a kind of cryptocurrency. So here in Ethereum we'll use ethers as our primary tokens for the this platform, right? Now the second concept or second term we have discussed, that Solidity is a contract oriented programming language. To understand this, we are going to discuss that what is a smart contract, right? So basically, as you have seen here, so they are simply programs stored on blockchain, and basically on a Ethereum blockchain, that run when predetermined conditions are met, right? So basically they are the computer programs built on Ethereum blockchain, and only execute when triggered by a transaction from a user or another contract. So this is a smart contract is, right? Now if we talk about some smart contracts, so they make they make Ethereum very flexible, and distinguish this kind of blockchain from some other blockchains, right? So here we can also see that a contract basically this is created between two or more parties. So here we also use the same kind of concept. We have created, or we will create a contract between different parties, and both the parties remain anonymous. There will be some trust issues, and there will be some limitations we have discussed in, or we have in blockchain. So basically that, for that reason we are going to create a smart contract, so that contract is created between the parties, and when some triggering events are set, or when triggering events are met, then only these contracts, or then only these smart contracts are automatically executed. So these are the smart contracts. Now we have Ethereum virtual machine. So basically, this is a very crucial part of understanding Solidity. We will use these kind of terminologies in our next lectures or next slides. Also, we'll also discuss these kind of concepts practically when we will start our programming language, when we'll start practicing, or when we will create some contract. Right. So basically, Ethereum virtual machine is a crucial part of understanding this Solidity. It offers a runtime environment. So this term is a very important. So EVM, Ethereum virtual machine, offers a runtime environment for smart contracts, and this comes up with a specific set of instructions or codes. We'll see when we'll create a contract, that what kind of instructions or what kind of codes it comes up with to run a specific task which we have created, or which we have embedded in our smart contract within the execution environment, right? So this is some basic concepts we have to know before starting the Solidity program, right? Now This is the Solidity compilation process. So if you learn, or if you have learned any programming language, so you have to make a program and then you have to compile your program. So same kind of process we are using here also. So basically we have a smart contract, then we'll provide this a smart contract to Solidity compiler, right? So what does this compiler do? It will split your smart contract into two parts. First of all, you have ABI, that is Application Binary Interface, and next we have bytecode, right? So basically, bytecode is the actual, you can say, actual component that will be deployed on the Ethereum virtual machine, right? We will not, we will not deploy the complete smart contract on the EVM. We'll only deploy the bytecode on the EVM, right? And another thing, we have ABI, Application Binary Interface. So basically this act as a bridge, a bridge between applications, which other applications or other smart contract which they want to, if they want to communicate with your smart contract of if your application, right? So basically it provide a communication channel between your smart contract and the other application or smart contract which they want to communicate, right? So these two terminologies are very very important if we are going to learn Solidity, right? ABI and bytecode, right? Next, these are some methods, for setting up the Solidity environment. We have semantic versioning, we have remix ID environment, we have Node.js or npm, we have Docker image, and we have binary packages. So in this lecture we are going to discuss remix IDE as a setting up environment for Solidity, right? Basically this environment or this IDE provides various kind of plugins and development environment for a smart contract. So you can create, you can develop your smart contract, you can compile your smart contract, you can test your smart contract so very easily, right? And if we use a remix IDE as our setting up environment, so we can use it in no, online without installing any software for the environment. So basically it provides you the environment online also. So you can download this kind of environment and do offline. So if you do not want to download any kind of extra application, so you can download remix IDE also, right? So, in this lecture or in this series of lectures, we are going to use Remix IDE for creating our smart contracts, for deploying our smart contracts, and to test our smart contracts, right? So, we have other method also, like we have Node.js or npm, we have Docker image, we have binary packages, but we'll prefer this Remix IDE for the setting up environment, right? Now, if we are going to create a Solidity program, or you can say a smart contract, so we need to understand some basic no, syntax also. So basically we have first this pragma. What does it mean? It will specify how the compiler will process any kind of input you have provided in your program, right? So and the second point about this pragma is this: the first line of your code in Solidity based smart contract contains the pragma. We'll see how this look, and how will contain, how we will put, or how will input this pragma into our program or into our smart contracts, right? Second one, we have contract. So basically this uh, UINT stored data components. It will be like unsigned integer kind of components within the code will denote the Solidity contract. And this particular container will also contain the data and the code, or you can say the functions needed for locating a particular address within the blockchain. And also, if we talk about the Solidity, so it will also provide the similar support like we have in JavaScript for file importing or file import systems, right? Now, this is a sample smart contract. So as I have told you in our previous slide, that this is the first line of code in Solidity. Which one is this pragma, and what does it denote? This will specify how the compiler will process any kind of input. So if you see here, Solidity program to demonstrate how to write a smart contract. So basically, this is the first line you have to mention. And what does it mean? This pragma, and then you need to specify the solidity because you are programming in solidity. This is actually now tells you the version of the compiler you are using. So if I have written here is greater than equals to 0.5.0 and less than 0.9.0, so basically if your Solidity compiler is anything in between these range, so your program or your contract will work perfectly fine. Otherwise, you have to shift some kind of compilers you are using, right? Second, we have learned that this contract folder or contract kind of a component in our program. So after this line, after program solidity, we have defined it here as a compiler of what kind of compiler, what version of compiler you are using for your smart contract. So next line we have this contract particular component, and this will contain your whole data, your whole code you are using, you have to use, you will use in your smart contract, right? So you have to write contract, and then this is a name of your contract, right? You start your code just like a function, right? So in that we have used this code. So this is a program to write a smart contract which will return hello contract as a string. Simple. So as the very first smart contract or very first program in your Solidity is to execute or is to print hello contract, right? So we have this contract, and under this contract we have our function, we have our code which will execute, which will return this particular string when we execute this smart contract, or when we deploy our smart contract on your Ethereum blockchain, right? So this will be very uh, simple program, right? Now we'll understand how this smart contract we will execute on Remix IDE. So we will move to our Remix IDE. So you can see here, this is the home page. You can see of Remix IDE or Ethereum IDE, right? So you can see here file explorer system. So basically we have different kind of tags here, different type of tabs here. This will provide your the files to include, what are kind of files you can include into your project. So we have .sol and .js. So it will be very important to again to understand that if you want to create a smart contract or a program based on Solidity, so the extension you are using for the file is .sol, right? So .sol we have to mention. Now, this is a tab for providing Solidity compiler. So we have used here 0.6.12, and you can see here different kinds of different versions of Solidity compiler. So what kind of program you are creating, what kind of smart contract you are creating, based on you can select the compiler from, right? And the here from here you can compile your smart contract, and you can see this when you compile this smart contract, it will provide your bytecode and ABI, right? So it will provide you the two parts, or your smart contract will split into two parts. First one is ABI and other one is bytecode, and both these components will have data in JSON format. We'll see in our next video how this performs, and what are the meaning, what how this looks, and how no, this smart contract communicate with another application or another smart contract. So we'll see. For now, these are the some parameters like we have compiled hello world. So we have this program here, we have a pragma Solidity, then we have the contract hello world, and then we have function to get or to return hello contract when we will this deploy this onto the Ethereum blockchain, right? So we'll compile here, it will compiled. Now this is the option to deploy this smart contract into the Ethereum blockchain. So this is the various kind of environment this Remix IDE provided. So Remix VM Berlin hai injected provider, harded provider, Ganesh, and so on. So we'll choose one of the environment of remix, And these are the accounts, and these are the test accounts where you will get 100 ethos per account. And you can see here you can have different 10 to 15 kind of accounts here, right? So you can deploy your no, smart contract, because when you will deploy your smart contract on any on Ethereum blockchain, so you will have to pay some amount of ethos, right, as the gas limit you have to provide. So as I have told you earlier, that before starting the Solidity programming language, so you need to understand the basic concept of Ethereum, right? So this is the gas limit we have provided, and this is the option to deploy the particular smart contract. So if I click deploy, so it will get deployed here. So you can see here I have got this particular parameter get, which will return your hello smart contract, right? So if we see here, so see hello contracts, right? So this is a basic program using Solidity. We have used Remix IDE as the development environment, right? And we have discussed here, we have learned here how to create a particular smart contract, and how to compile and deploy this on the Ethereum blockchain, right? In next video, we're going to discuss some other parts, that how ABI and bytecode will generate, and how this will work, and we'll see different kind of other kind of parameters, like we'll use variables, we have used functions, we have used loops, and different kind of other parameters in our programming, right? So this is our sample program or sample contracts. So these are the references I have used for developing this particular slides. This will be the disclaimer. And thank you so much. We'll meet in our next video.